Another question I could ask: when Obama belches, do you hear it? What am I talking about here? Well, let me first define bloated government. I can do that with one particular department, say the Department of Education. Because being a conservative, conservatives hate children. Let me just demonstrate this hate. Now, I believe that the rubber hits the road in education when a teacher is in a classroom teaching a set of kids. That's where the money needs to go. That's where all the stuff happens. But here's how it works. She or he has to report to a principal who doesn't teach any kids. And rightfully so, somebody's got to manage, but then that principal has to report to a school administrative body, a school district. None of those people teach a single kid, yet they have to report to a school board, which is voted on by the people. They too don't teach any kids, but they make decisions and rules, and you know the rest. And they're all screaming, we need more money. Then they all have to report to the State Department of Education. Many employees there. None of them teach a kid, but they make rules, regulations, and policies and procedures, and yet they too have to report to the Federal Department of Education. And by the way, I've been to Washington, D.C. I've seen that building. Huge, thousands of people making six-figure incomes. Guess how many kids they teach? No, not a one. But yet they make rules, regulations, you know the rest. And they're screaming, we need more money for education. It's interesting because that top level of the Department of Education, the budget there has increased. The spending has increased in the last 10 years twofold. It's doubled. And yet there's really no more kids. And plus, they don't teach any anyway. And yet Obama says, we need more money. Everybody says, we need more money for education. I think that's all wrong. But that's the definition of a bloated government or a bloated department, one of many in the government. And what makes it worse? All the employees represented by the various set of unions. I never know who's in charge of the employees. Are we the taxpayers or the administrators, the union? Who? You can't fire sorry teachers because of the union. We've got terrible schools. Who to blame? We don't know. We just need more money, right? No, it's bloated. Gives me gas just thinking about it. And then the problem is very simple. I believe as a conservative, we need to turn this thing upside down. All the emphasis is at the top when it needs to be in education at that schoolroom level. And any department, I don't care what the issue is, the local level is where the power should be, where the money should be. Certainly we need the top level, but that shouldn't be where it all begins. But you see, a lot of people wanted to plan, central planning, control of everything in the whole country. Well, the result of that is all of this bloat. And you need to realize, most people hear Obama speak or whoever the president is and our congressman, and they think that when they do something, it just quickly the next day hits us. It's not the way that it works. It could take years to reach us. And when the federal government makes a law or regulation, in many cases, by the time it does reach us, it's a negative result. I'm just asking that we turn this thing around. Let's start at the local level. The local level should get more money than the top, and more results, more solutions will be found that way. What's that? Was that a belch I heard from Congress?